The video you're about to watch is actually a small excerpt from a much longer video I did a while back, basically entitled, "Why Didn't They Tell Me That Before My Transplant?" If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, or maybe even consider going over and watching the entire video in its context. I promise you there's a ton of information there that you'll want to hear about. Here's one, comes in from Tammy Willett. I'll try to read some of it very quickly. She said that there was a possibility my leg wouldn't work when I woke up. After months of therapy, I did regain feeling and was able to walk again. That's kind of the first part of hers. And then she mentions the prednisone weight gain, how it comes on a lot easier than it goes off. True to that. But let's talk about the leg for just a moment. That does happen a lot of times, particularly if someone has been on an ECMO device. I don't know that you were necessarily on that, but a lot of the tubes and things that go in, the support tubes, the drains that come in sometimes can kind of hit on nerves, is my understanding of that, and can cause you to lose function of body parts. For me, it wasn't the total loss of a leg per se, but I got a spot about that big, about the size of a New York strip. Maybe that's not the way to talk about that, but up on my thigh, I got a spot that was just completely numb to one extent, but at the same time, it was a hurting kind of numb. It burned. I mean, it hurt bad. And I woke up after transplant with that. And even with my chest cracked open and all that had gone on, my ICD having been removed was fairly painful, that sort of thing. The cavity left behind there because it had grown in the muscle. But the worst thing I had was that leg that just hurt all the time. They put me on tramadol, different muscle relaxers. They tried everything. Couldn't do anything with it, really. Time had to heal that. But thankfully, it was very positional. If I'd lay a certain way and move a certain way, it hurt really bad. But if I could move a certain way in the opposite direction, sometimes it would get better. But I did have something that happened maybe similar to what you did, Tammy, and that is after one of my heart caths, where they went in through the groin one day. Of course, they numb all that area up. And I had laid there after that cath, maybe 2 or 3 hours, whatever the protocol was, and tried to get up out of bed. I thought I was fine. Tried to get up out of bed and just dropped straight to the floor, collapsed. My right leg would not work. It was dead. And what had happened in that case, not like yours, but I think the same sensation, some of the deadening medicine they put in there had gotten on a nerve or something like that, so they explained. And yeah, I collapsed. So I can imagine what you went through, months of physical therapy to get back to that. I'm glad you have made progress and that you no longer live in that place. So thank you for that.